Thank you. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, TeaSMR.
May no one ever accuse me of having a low T count. Hello. Hi.
Yummy yummy
Hi,
lawnmower deck juice.
Hi,
Tastes
hi.
a bit greener than mulch, but still delicious. Also Fredrik Wak Yomoka White Tea Owl Flirt.
Fredrik is cute today. I am yet to divine what it is that you all consider cute. Alfie. Hello, Alfma. How are you? Oh. And some new owlets. Welcome encrypted. Good to see all of you. I have been pushing myself a bit hard lately, and so the light week last week was nice. It was necessary. Oh, Totoro, congratulations. I did eat today. I made sure that I did. Yeah, I am going to try to space things out a little bit nicer for myself. I am going to try to manage my energy a little bit more carefully. I probably should eat a little more than I do. It's true. You want some mulch? Hold on, let me see if I can find... What if I just Google search bag of mulch? Apparently, okay, look at this. I found a good bag of mulch. However, I'm not so certain that I should be handing it off to all of you. The brand is Vigoro. However, at first blush, I thought it said Viagra out of the corner of my eye. It's dyed. Premium wood mulch. Color guarantee. Oh, is mulch dyed sometimes? Do they dye? Thanks, Goat Test Tea. throat test tea. Premium. Yes. Only the best for all of you.
Fredrik, have you heard of the Great Canadian Maple Syrup Heist? I learned of it on a cruise of the St. Lawrence River, lol.
Oh yes, I am vaguely aware of it. The fact that maple syrup is such a strong contender for black market
goods. If your mochi
goods.
is firm for more than 4 hours, consult a gardener.
Mochi? Have you been firm for... Usually you're pretty squishy. Thought the mulch was to help keep you squishy, yeah. Viagra brand mulch is not for mochis. Of course
2
mulch
years of
died.
contributing to Mayoshi's questionable eating habits. T-owl hug.
No, you see, the nice thing is I'm not the one eating the mulch. You are. Thank you for the 2 years, Artesia. Thank you very much. And Blind Archer for the bits, and Totoro Hero for the 300 bits as well. Goat Testy for the 20 months. Hikari with Kremko for the 19. Completely Unintelligible for the 23. And Monster Mama for the 3. Welcome in, everyone. I just realized how quiet it is. I sit in silence so much, I do not decorate my audio space terribly much. I get focused in on one thing, and the noise of inside my head is enough. Metaphorically speaking, I don't hear voices. I have... Okay, that's not entirely true. I looked this up. Apparently this is common, but when you're about to fall asleep, sometimes you will hear things as sort of a pre-dream, almost. Like, has anyone else experienced that? Like, you can... I have most commonly heard someone saying my name, and I've, like, shot up. It's woken me up and scared me. Happens to you a lot, too. Yeah. It is apparently normal. It scared me when I first learned about it. Mochi, you get back on there. You stick. There you go. Oh, whoops. Welcome in, Nats. I did not mean to pin that. That was a misclick. How do I unpin this message? What did I even pin? You were just checking. Great, thanks, Captus. The worms. The worms. No, apparently that's a pretty normal thing. When you are falling asleep, people will very frequently hear, but they'll start to experience auditory hallucinations. Sort of entering the dream state. Waiting for the worms. Is that a reference to Edgar Allan Poe? You hear music sometimes before passing out. Hopefully it's not this. This. The wall, brother. I appreciate that 2 of you had the exact same Ash emote at the ready. Oh yes, I looked up the songs that were used in Everywhere at the End of Time, and I found myself quite liking them. Heartaches, heartaches. My loving you meant only heartaches. I think I got those lyrics right. Yeah, the warm nostalgia. Ender, you know, I was considering heartaches on my karaoke, but you want to know something funny? Uh, there's not very much singing in that song. It's very limited. Most of it is just other instruments playing the main melodic line. Yeah, it's only 2 verses. It's not much. Like there really is not much. I'm thinking about when to do my karaoke. I want to do it on a Saturday. I don't want to do it this Saturday. I can't do the Saturday after because we're recording Norfolk Wizard game, but maybe the Saturday after that. Do it with a bunch of reverb. Oh yeah, I'll add reverb. I'll have to get the timing just right. Yeah, it is not Norfolk. It is apparently in the UK there is a Norfolk, and that is pronounced Norfolk. But if you're talking about Norfolk, Virginia, that apparently is pronounced Norfolk. And you'll hear in the first couple of episodes of the Norfolk Wizard game that we pronounce it as Norfolk, and then people commented letting us know, hey, we pronounce it Norfolk. Had no idea. I had the sweetest person come to my meet and greet at Vexpo. It was lovely. They came in and they said like, "Oh, I love you in Norfolk Wizard game." It's so interesting doing meet and greets because I am not a terribly well-known entity in the greater VTubing universe, right? I'm a side character at most. Most people don't know that I do it. But I am known for Down the Rabbit Hole, and I'm known for a variety of other things. And so when I do meet and greets, people frequently will bring that up, right? They'll bring up a favorite Down the Rabbit Hole or my work with Alpha Busa. And that's interesting. My meet and greets are apparently very peculiar because I will actually hold conversations with the people who come to them. We'll just strike up a conversation. Apparently, meet and greets don't typically go that way. I can't imagine them going any other way, but that apparently is just not how they go. I think it's because I have very little interest in talking about myself. I just kind of want to talk about other things. I want to talk about the things that I'm interested in instead. Aberchu, the other episodes aren't out yet. They need to be edited together. I'm gonna listen to Shay. We'll just have this on in the background. Yeah. Who knows? Are we going to get copyright struck by Shay? Automatically, probably. Whatever. But yes, we have recorded a lot of them. We also recorded, on Sunday, we recorded a new Warrens with Ryan here. Yeah, Kippy, Shay Amy Dorval. I love Shay. She's so amazing. I'm just gonna put the crown on for a little while. Oh, Radioactive Half Rhyme. You are talking about... Oh, what was his name? The furry VTuber with a Patreon with like 500 dollars. I wonder what they're at now. Garrow Shadow Scale. That was his name. Pretty sure. He would charge people over $100 to get a hug in VR chat with the stipulation that you had to be in desktop mode. It costs 500 cigarettes. That dude is still around. He has attachment issues. Garrow Shadowscale might be one of the darkest, most brutal forms of parasociality between a creator and their audience that I have ever seen. Stream topic someday? I guess making another streamer the topic of a stream feels in bad form, but then again, I've made videos about other YouTubers. I guess it's just a different vibe, right? Like, that's pretty common on YouTube. YouTubers making videos about other YouTubers. I don't know about doing a stream about another streamer. Yeah, we did talk about him for a while on one stream. Might have to take a peek in again. You know what? I'm going to look. Garrow Shadow Scale. Patreon. There it is. Let me see. Ah. He got rid of
Fred,
most of
I
his
want to
tiers.
say thank you for being a new dear patron.
And ooh, oh my god, shut up. He did, okay, so Garrow Shadowscale has gotten rid of most of his tiers. So he has the Paw tier, which is $5 a month, the Cookie tier, which is $25 a month, and the Love tier, which is $100 a month. Okay, let me see. So the Paw tier is basically a tip, a monthly $5 tip. Let's see. So if you subscribe at the Cookie tier, apparently you get a slot in the Minecraft server, a slot in the Bedrock server. What's Bedrock? Probably just another survival crafting game. A Palworld server, a Terraria server, and you get access even to the Minecraft servers even when you are not, even when he's not streaming. Name on the credits, early access to YouTube videos, priority slot in community games. Then for $100 a month, you get text-to-speech power in his streams. Wait a minute. I could be charging $100 for text-to-speech on my streams? Alright, everyone. We're getting some very significant changes to this stream. Now, subs will now be $80. Time to always get ignored. Yeah, okay, that's the power move, right? My threshold for text-to-speech is 300 bits here, just to keep things under control. Or a sub, right? To make sure I'm not being interrupted every 5 seconds.
Best $100 I ever spent.
Thank you for the 19 months, Shigole. Twitch would nut. Yeah, that's true. Went from selling handcrafted pins to TTS privileges. Yeah, exactly. First 50 of those should be getting shipped out imminently. Oh, if you give Garo $100 a month, you get a 15% discount on all of his merch. You can song request. Highest priority for responses to your messages and comments. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? You can request an extra song during every Beat Saber stream. How good do you think Garo's Shadow Scale is at Beat Saber? There is a part of me that has wanted to actually take the time to get good at Beat Saber, just for the sake of it. And also, would be good fitness. Not as good as JT. JT's pretty good, isn't he?
Now I'm getting paid cash with Atlas Earth. We have virtual land all across the globe. The next wave is digital, catch me on the way up. The glow up is visible, couple more. Watch mine gon' go up, it's about to go nuts. It's about to go nuts. Now I'm getting paid
there it is.
cash with Atlas Earth. Atlas Earth. Atlas Earth.
That's why. Watching my income go up, it's about to go nuts. Now, Garo demands a phenomenal amount of loyalty from his audience. If you become a streamer, you cannot be in his Discord anymore. You cannot be competition. And so he purposefully sort of isolates himself. Yes, Hillbilly. That is what we were talking about earlier. It seems like he isn't purposefully creating a cult. He just has very strong attachment issues. Discord is literally 1984. I don't know if he's changed. I have no reason to believe that he has. Hey guys, hey owlets, I have a question. Do you have some good TeaSMR video recommendations? I wonder if Lori Craves has more. Is that AI anime? They're using AI anime. You have some good getting murdered with a knife. Looks like a lot of the TeaSMR is really short. This looks nice. Just a nice gong fu ceremony. Problem is, it's like 2.5 minutes long. Not like walking through the streets of Tokyo. Mario sterilizes Wario. What do you mean? Sometimes I feel like... Okay, I have a serious problem. That is, I lock in on whatever I'm looking at. And I start... I'm very bad at multitasking. I'm very, very bad at multitasking. There's some fascinating ASMR, isn't there? I did stay locked in on those Spathas, it's true. Oh, yes. While I was away for a few days, I got to do something very special in Foxhole. I got to run in a battle tank. Battle tanks in Foxhole are kind of the bullies of the battlefield. The music is conflicting, isn't it? Like, I'm just playing the music I wanted to listen to. There you go. That's probably a little bit better for the vibe. I just focus in. I had the chance to run in a battle tank. Ender Cobra invited me in with it. Let me see, did I download it? I don't think I downloaded it. The image that we took. Let me show you what a battle tank looks like. They are very mean. They are very, very mean. Massive 75mm cannon that just bullies everything. Look at this. Look at that thing. Get out of the way. Isn't it beautiful? We also had Erndil. Erndil is not pictured in here, but we had Chalklad, a friend of mine who shows up in chat sometimes. And my brother was also there. But they has a massive 75mm cannon, which is very good against structures and armor. But it also has a machine gun that just mowed down infantry. Utterly absurd killing potential. We ran... Like, I finished what I was up to that day. We ran for about 6.5 hours, and we pushed the collies back over the river. Extremely effective. It was a bit of a marathon. One thing that the battle tank has that a lot of others don't is an engineer seat, so you can repair from inside the tank, which is awesome. Usually you have to fall all the way back, but this thing can just stay forward and keep bullying. Absolutely lovely. My recommendations are so messed up by all of you. Incense culture. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll watch Incense. That sounds nice. This person's channel is just called Healing Serenity. I know very little about incense. My nose is very sensitive. And the sense with incense can be a little bit much sometimes. No, I tend to focus in, like, here. You can't see. Check this out. You gotta get a throwaway account for watching shit posts and garbage. No, I think this is good. I think that this is good. I earnestly, unironically enjoy lo-fi. Does anyone else? Maybe I should make a TeaSMR video. Get a binaural microphone. Chill hop. Gotcha. Ah, yes. This is the proper amount of cocaine. I think... whoop. I had a realization a little while ago. A little while ago being yesterday. I had a revelation. There is a delineation between two different kinds of things that can be enjoyed. And it's a personal delineation, not an objective one. This has been the case for me, and if I could go back to my childhood self and tell this to him, I would. You can like something to appreciate it, and like something to be it. I think that that is a delineation that I struggled. That I struggled to accept. That I didn't recognize. To be clear, I have no idea what this person's doing. This is just very satisfying. Let me explain what I mean, though. When I was in middle school, even in elementary school, right? Like, during my childhood, I struggled a lot with a sense of identity. I was constantly looking for something to identify myself with, to define myself. When I was in elementary school, it started with Pokemon. Then it, as well as other sort of collectible things. And that is how they market themselves. You sort of make it a part of yourself in one way or another, right? Magic the Gathering even does the same. And those became my identity. In middle school, I sort of evolved past it and discovered metal music, and I became a metalhead. The long hair, and exclusively listening to metal, dressing in black. I would see things that I liked, and I said, okay, time to make this my personality. But as I've grown up, I've recognized I don't have terribly much sense of identity. I cannot say that I belong to any group. I cannot say I would be happy being a part of any particular group. However, I have also come to recognize that liking something to appreciate it and liking something to become it are two very different things. Some things you can enjoy and make a larger part of your life. Some things you can just enjoy. This is something that I've seen in a lot of furries. They discover that they like furry artwork and it becomes their personality. To the point that it can be difficult to discern a person underneath this persona. I find it difficult to connect with people like this. Fandoms are very much this way as well, indeed. But it becomes their identity. Other people discover metal, and then metal becomes their identity. Like it did for me. But something gaming is this way as well. People discover games and they decide their personality is a gamer. A lot of creators struggle to evolve beyond this, because when this hobby and this identity becomes a career, it becomes impossible to extricate yourself from it without altering yourself financially. Some creators have discovered, oh, actually, this identity doesn't suit me as much anymore. I feel like that's happened with a lot of Minecraft creators, right? People who have been stuck making Minecraft content forever. That kind of content tends to be rather juvenile. And so as they age, they want to move beyond it. And they often struggle. That's just a pattern that I have seen. I'm very glad that I decided to do what I decided to do. Hillbilly, I believe that. He still seems to enjoy games, but it doesn't have to be everything that he is. I enjoy games, but I don't identify myself as a gamer. I can enjoy something without becoming it. Stick in here. Okay, that is kind of powerful, though. I wish I had that kind of power. To tell someone I don't know when asked what I do in my spare time and then stare at them for 10 seconds. Okay, what's the result? Ah. This has been very interesting. I don't know about enlightening. Not yet, anyway. But interesting. I have no idea what the end result is meant to be here. Anime is another one that I see people identify with a lot. They like anime, and then anime becomes their identity. I can understand dipping into an anime aesthetic. Light it. Plug it. Is that an incense stick or a punk? I think it's a punk. I will say the smoke from incense is extremely satisfying. It's really too bad that I enjoy everything about incense except the smells are typically too strong. We're just gonna click through. I don't know. I'm gonna let the YouTube algorithm give me stuff. Ooh. Traditional Japanese masks. Okay. I'm here for it. Gimme. Process X. No, they're cutting too fast. I want something slower. Here. Stop cutting. Make it slow. If this is not moving at a glacial pace, then I don't want it. Japanese woodworking is very cool. I remember also looking up the process of making compost masks, which is it's a very interesting process, and the results are so cool, traditional ones. No, I'm interested in the Japanese woodworking. However, that video was just cut so quickly, and I'm interested in the process and the time it takes. Can I make a confession to all of you? When I play Stellaris, I play it exclusively on normal, or slow. I play it on slow speed, and I do not increase that speed. Because when I play Stellaris, I want to feel the sense of time passing. And I'll still pause it to do certain things, but as time passes, I want to feel like, yes, this is an epoch. And when something changes, I want to feel the way that it changes things. And how that change lasts. Stellaris is a game about ages. I tend not to speed up time on games like that. Something I would do when I played Sins of a Solar Empire when I was younger was I would play, and I would try to make sure that the capital ship I started with survived to the end. I would save the replay of the game, and then I would watch the replay and follow the movement of the capital ship. Sometimes it would stay in one place for a while. Sometimes it would enter combat and fight valiantly. And just feeling the sensation of that time passing. Yeah, I saw that Sins 2 is coming. Sins, I believe, got bought by Epic Games to be on their platform for the first year, but they kind of cheated it a little bit and said, actually, we are only going to have early access on Epic. They didn't even have the third faction. I don't know that they cheated it. I couldn't say one way or the other for certain. Geometry. I used to be that way, indie, playing games and wanting to make sure that some of them survived. I since let go. of that need. Only now coming to PC because their deal with Epic was so bad? Really? That's interesting. Exploited the exact working agreement with Epic. Yeah, there you go. Epic Games is a completely balanced platform with no exploits. I need to hit up the Spiffing Brit again. See how he's doing. It's been a while. Epic killed the Unreal franchise. I'm not familiar with this story. Steam got Spiffing Brit's PayPal account banned. What do you mean? Congratulations, CEO. You're correct. Welcome in. Cool S. Inventing a new guy. Dude who does Japanese sand gardens, but only makes the cool S. Pretty cool guy. There were a couple of funny things that happened at Vexpo. I'm disappointed that I didn't go. I think it was still the reasonable, logical choice not to go, but I am sad that I missed some things. For example, let me show you all something. In case you don't follow me on Twitter, which would be perfectly reasonable. Look at this cryptid sighting. Let me pause this. Look at this cryptid sighting. For those who don't know, it is tradition for standees of VTubers to be auctioned off at the end of a convention. Right, they're printed out and used for just one convention. Well, someone bid on mine, and they were taking it home. And someone spotted it and tagged me. And I replied, I like how the woman on the phone looks like she's calling the people in the back to warn them that I'm a biter. It was... Who was it? Here we go. It was Cherry who showed up the other day. We have a better shot of this. There I am. Aren't I beautiful in my new outfit? Stowing away in cargo to avoid fare. Do they keep it? They have to keep it pressurized, right? Fragile. Yes. Please be gentle with me. I am fragile. Should get the plastic added to my model. Yes. I wonder, is there a plastic bag VTubing asset? Ah. E. You know what? Hold on. Okay, I'm going into the work server, the ASTRALINE work server. Tagging Aoife. Do you... Or you know what, here, I'll tag, Aoife. Oh wait, I can just tag, staff. Here we go. Get a plastic bag asset like the one here. All right. The request is in. The fragile labels are a must. I would use it. I'm the trash man. I am a very fragile boy. You guys want to know the truth? I seem very tough, but I'm actually very fragile. I'm just deft. The Gravity Falls ARG, I'm not familiar at all. I still need to watch Gravity Falls. You look like a... I don't seem tough. Really? Okay, I guess physically. I don't mean physically. I actually physically am relatively tough. I have quite a high pain threshold. My pain threshold, it actually has been a problem in the past, where I'll just push through pain rather than addressing it. It's caused a few problems for me. Yeah, has anyone else had that same problem? Fred has been stabbed and shot. I've not been stabbed with a knife. I've been stabbed with a fencing blade a lot. I've been stabbed in each nut. Yes. Yeah, Blind Archer, you remember that story. I've been stabbed in each nut individually by 2 different women in the same night. Ah, what a beautiful, beautiful sand sculpture of an American highway. Look, it's even got the potholes on the left there. Just one more lane, bro. Just one more lane. Okay. Not. Sounds like a romantic evening. It was not. Was... I think... Okay, hold on. I'm trying to remember. One of them... No, one of them was an Olympian. I've been stabbed in the nut by an Olympian. I'm only just kind of now realizing, like I fenced with Olympians. Got creamed by them, make no mistake. Rock. My life is an assortment of side quests. I did train under an Olympian who trained other Olympians. And one of those Olympians has stabbed me in the nut. Another one of those Olympians was very good at worms. I know this sounds absurd, but one thing that the people at my fencing center loved to do was play Worms, as in the old video game. It was Worms Armageddon, I believe. He was very, very good at Worms. He would specifically use the ninja rope to find us no matter where we hid and destroy us. Fred's life is a Yakuza recurring character. What do you mean? If Worms was at the Olympics, this dude would have dominated fencing, epee. He was an epeist. And Worms. Two different sports. This is cheating. These stones are made specifically for this. This is cheating. Dude, are we summoning Satan? What's going on here? Madame Blavatsky is soaking right now. To be fair, Madame Blavatsky was not about summoning Satan. That's not Satanism. It's very different. Theosophy and Satanism are two very different things. The similar countercultural feel, but to be fair. Does look like a Celtic knot.
Would you still love us if we were worms? Armageddon.
I would. Owlets, I would love you even if you were wormlets. The lighting makes this feel like a dead mall. Ooh, you know what I'd like to watch? Maybe next time. The Dead Mall series. I love Dead Mall videos. Clown pubes. Oh my god, wait a minute. Clown pubes uploaded their own emotes. Oh my god, that is powerful. Why not watch it now? Because we got a vibe going. You guys want to watch Dead Mall videos? How do you feel? Side shot, I think we did discuss very slightly how that European mall survived. I don't think we did how. Oh, we watched The Oldest View together, Kippy, on this stream. I've watched all of the Dead Mall series, some of them multiple times. Don't worry, everyone, the stairs are only closed temporarily. I'm trying to figure out what it is. I'm still not 100% certain what it is about Dead Malls that really... that makes me happy? Happy is not the right word. I don't feel happiness being in a dead mall. It's a transitory space. Like, malls are an entirely transitory space. They're made to get from one point to another. Like, look, what space, what purpose does this space serve? It seems more like this space is there because it's inconvenient and they need to move you along to another. Airports have that feeling as well. Victoria's Secret. The reason Victoria's Secret is still a secret is because nobody is here. Is this where they have the FurryCon? No. However, that building is shut down. It is gone. I told you all about the time that I had to walk through the back rooms to get to another terminal at an airport, right? They took me past a narrow hallway with office spaces. Like, I walked by a bunch of dudes' offices. Hold on, have I not shown you all the images, the photos that I took? Hold on. Hold on. Let me pull them up. I don't take a lot of photos, so this shouldn't take long. Let me see, where is this? Here it is. That should do it. Here we go. I found them. So... oh, hey, Slush. Check this out. When I was flying international... let me download these. Here we go. This was, I think, the Detroit airport? I'm not 100%. I need to double check. But look at this. I was following the signs. And look at this. This hallway curved around. You could never, like, you couldn't see the end for quite a ways. Like, what is this hallway? I think the fact that you can't see all the way down the hallway makes it profoundly uncomfortable. And hi, Slush. How are you doing? It's good to see you. But no, it doesn't look real. This whole place is unsettling, and look at all of this tile. Look at all those tiles. There's so many of them. And all of these little heating units all along the way. The whole way. And this was labeled. It said, oh, you need to get to your terminal? Here, follow these signs. This was the hallway that I went down. You see what I mean? I'm just walking past random people's offices. And look, the hallway isn't even completely straight. It still curves. And here's the, like, I was standing in the same place and I turned around and I took a photo here as well. This was the official route to get to the international terminal at this airport. But then, at the end of this hallway, eventually, you get to this place. Look at this. This looks like a hallway in Half-Life. Yeah, Black Mesa looking place. It looks like, hold on. Oh shoot, what are they called? Let me do something real quick. But this, fuck. No, I want... Here we go. I think this works. Damn it. Here we go. Let me get out of the way here. It fits. It fits. I can't believe that I actually was here, right? Like, I have a photo to prove to myself that I was in this location, and I still barely believe that I experienced it. It was a long trip, too. I have another photo of a slightly different angle of this. You can see farther down. Which really doesn't help. This just makes it feel like it's in cyberpunk. Here, you know what? There. That's kind of the sound they make, right? Oh, that's more head crab, I guess. The lighting is source engine-y. Very strong single light sources. Can I get a Vort job? New episode of Zero Viscosity. Ooh, I gotta watch that. Look at that Jesus. Wait, wait, that Jesus is wrong. Look. Okay, these are fine. That Jesus looks wrong. Wait for it. God, look at that. Whoops. Look at this. Jesus behind the gate. Non-standard Jesus. Oh, whoop. Wow. Wow, that Jesus is really weird. You're right, clown pubes. Did you see him? Yeah. I forgot. Okay, real talk. I forgot that the Vortigaunt was there. Ooh, a few people at the Jewel sensation. It changes to Oh. I see. The Jesus turns into Mary, which is kind of weird and potentially blasphemous? I don't think it's blasphemous, but it's weird. I love the time period when people didn't know how to paint babies, so they just painted very small, fat men with just adult men features. Jesus was a homunculus. Okay. New biblical canon just dropped. The reason that... Okay. Hear me out. This would be... Oh my god, hold on. This would be an amazing horror concept. Alright, horror concept. Hear me out. The reason that Mary gave a virgin birth was because she was doing experiments to create a homunculus. And she realized that the last step was that she needed to gestate it inside of her. That would be metal. No, this is the Landmark Mall. That new schism just dropped. Let's go. Yes. Yes. Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene was a bioengineer. An early bioengineer. She said, I am going to create God. Or not Mary Magdalene, sorry. Mary Magdalene was the prostitute. Wrong Mary. Wrong Mary. But that would be kind of amazing. Women in STEM. They create Jesus. Look at this little podium. Those little podiums are so weird. They didn't get used very much. So they were just kind of there most of the time. I actually kind of want to write this horror story now. A woman wanting to create God, but having to gestate it within her. I am Mother Mary. The Judas who was not Iscariot. Ah. You guys want to do a stream where we just look at weird baby Jesuses? Weird depictions of baby Jesus. I love baby Jesus. I remember the show, I mentioned this before, but I kind of got my start in video at public access, and I helped run the control room for talk shows. And I remember one of the guests said, I love baby Jesus. My brother and I just cracked up. I love baby Jesus. That's Bloodborne. Damn it. I love baby Jesus. That kind of person feels like a stereotype, but they're real. There are really people who say that. Oh, my little ocelot. Oh. Oh. Every time you get a kill, I'm gonna give you an oh. I'm so sad they got rid of the baby he was holding. That he smashed into the ground. Here we go. Wait.
Kill you get, I'll give you an.
Alright, bet.
Oh my god, I'm so nervous.
Aw, you're adorable.
Cringe.
Oh my god, that is so adorable.
Oh, and he's...
You ignorant slaves. Finally taken notice, have you? Of the power of my beloved Ocelot, child of dragons. Well, I will not give him up. For he is all that I have.
Ignorant slaves. There is something about this that just makes me cringe so hard. The pain.
Kill you get, I'll give you an...
Alright, bet.
Oh my god, I'm so nervous.
Aw, you're adorable.
I love my vomit emote. Thank you. Thank you, Mont Blanc. For every kill you get, I'll give you an... Ignorant slaves. Finally taken notice, have you, of my beloved Ocelot, child of dragons. Okay, hold on. I want to show you what it is that we lost in Bloodborne. Or not Bloodborne, it was Elden Ring. Ooh, ASMR tea ceremony. That looks interesting. Was it Elden Ring? It wasn't Elden Ring. Was it Bloodborne? Or was it Dark Souls 3? What's his name? I can't remember. Aceros, the Consumed King. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, this was cut.
From Dark Souls 3. So what we're going to be looking at here is the alpha version of one of the game's boss fights, Osiris, including an earlier take of his
check this out.
cut.
So this is alpha, right? Completely unfinished. And there's a reason they cut this content. In fact, yeah, here, most replayed. Once he enters a new
Cyrus's
stage...
hand clearly after this happens, but Ocelot is definitely still in his hand, although he may look very slightly different after this happens.
That's why. That's why they cut it. Right? Like, during the fight, you kill Ocelot.
happens. But Ocelot is definitely still in his hand, although he may look very slightly different after this happens.
Yeah, he gets pissed off. Yeah, there are cut sounds, yes. It's a lot. Had a bad dream, better stomp the baby. Where's the bra from? It's from his dialogue. This isn't in this scene quite yet. Like, not in this version of the game. It hadn't been implemented yet. The recessed floor cradle. Ah, yes. The baby was still crying when he crushed it. I don't know why he crushed it then. Look at that hallway. Okay, so I think what happened here in this space is the storefronts were covered over. Escalator will be closed before and after mall hours to conserve energy. He crushed it out of frustration. Ah. I have a question. What kind of person actually uses those massage chairs in the mall? I would feel so awkward just sitting there in the massage chair with people staring at me. Kids.
Mary was virgin just so God could do the in-out, in-out. I can't stop thinking about Caddy's video about Jesus games.
Yes. Cat Icarus is amazing. We appreciate Caddy in this house. Hi everyone, this is Dan Bell. No, 100% we are going to do a stream looking at like Jesus paintings. That's not like baby Jesus paintings. That sounds like so much fun. We should take viewer submissions. I'll put up a forum and then people can submit them during the stream to look at them.
Me at 8 o'clock after work when I'm experiencing violent back cramps. I'll let hundreds of people stare at me if it means a good night's rest.
Okay, fair. But I feel like there are better ways to do it. Like, you're not going to go to a mall specifically for that, right? Like, you're not going to go to a mall and say, I'm going to take an extra few minutes for this chair. You probably have a different solution. You will. Do you? Wait, do you actually, Ender? You go exclusively for that. You are a fascinating human. Out of. Everything must be sold. Oh, it's a mall walker. This hallway feels weird. You know, I think that video game level designers get a bad rap. They're told, this hallway doesn't feel real. No one would actually use this. And then there are hallways like this. What? What? This looks like an art installation that an old conservative woman would get pissed off at. It's just stupid. I don't get it. Yeah, probably a leaking roof. Almost certainly. Malls leak to hell. Ndor. Ndur. Ndur Food Court. This would make a good game dev team name. Ndur. Huh. They were just stuck on with little sticky tape. If. Every time I see one of those signs, it feels like there's always a couple of lights out on them, or some that are stuck on. So seeing one that is fully functioning at a dead mall feels anomalous. Would you trust this elevator? Oh my god. I would ride it for the thrill. Some people skydive to get their dose of adrenaline. I ride shitty looking elevators. Do you all remember? I think it was... Hold on. Who else remembers this? No, not the Paternoster. Here we go. This video is terrifying. God, that is terrifying. Final Destination type beat. Was that a floor? Hold on a second. I never really thought about this during this, but this is a bricked off exit, isn't it? Looks like sheetrock. It's not sheetrock, though. Oh, yeah. Ugh. Look how fast that moves. Oh, I need to play Gloomwood. Hey, guys. There are a few games that I really want to play that I think that I'm just going to stream. I'm going to pick a day. I'm going to pick a day to stream it. Like, I'm going to pick a game streaming day, and I'm just going to stream a game that looks interesting. I want to play Gloomwood. I want to play Cobalt Core. I want to play 9 Souls. Have you all seen 9 Souls? Oh yeah, here's a trailer. I actually haven't seen the trailer, but it's very like, I've seen gameplay. That's what I've seen, and it sold me on it. It's made by a studio that's made horror games up to this point. The Towpunk world. Towpunk is one hell of a word. And it's out. It's a relatively new game. Hey, Graphy. Good to see you. Oh, there's a little more. Tea ceremony. Oh no, this is not a tea ceremony. They're playing Go. I think that's Go. Yeah, same studio behind Attention and Devotion. Looks really interesting. I want to play it. I want to play 9 Souls. I think I'll play it on stream. Also, I didn't get into the Forever Winter beta, and we have heard nothing back. By the way, we are not getting early access to it. That is just not happening. Oh, there's a guy chatting here.
There was probably a break-in here at one point. So what the police did, they sent an officer with the little brush and with this type of really foul, caked up stuff there, and they go up and down and they get latent prints. And what they'll do is when they get a good print, when it comes up like here, they'll use a piece of tape and they'll lift it off and they'll put it on a white card. And then use that and send.
Go back in this video, like
explain to you exactly what it is that we saw. I just thought it was a dirty door frame, but apparently it was something else. And here he is to explain.
Just explain that to people.
Can we explain it?
Yeah.
Well, what you see here, this is what we use for fingerprinting. It's fingerprint dust. Apparently, there was probably a break-in here at one point. So what the police did, they sent an officer with the little brush and with this type of really foul, caked up stuff there, and they go up and down and they get latent prints. And what they'll do is when they get a good print, when it comes up like here, they'll use a piece of tape and they'll lift it off and they'll put it on a white card, and then use that and send it off to the FBI or the crime labs. So,
is that not unbelievable that we found that? This is like, here's more missing floor tile. This is part of the mall. So if you were in a wheelchair and you had to get upstairs, that is the way that you would have to take. If you were in a wheelchair or you were unable to walk up steps, that is the elevator and the hallway that you would have to go through to get to up here.
There's kind of a poeticness to that, isn't there? If you are disabled, you are forced in this mall to interact with the gritty things behind the scenes. You get to see the ugliness. There's a kind of, I don't know about beauty. Beauty would be taking it too far, but a poetic feeling to that. Yeah, Kippy. That... Sometimes I look at those hallways that are intended to be used by the disabled, and I wonder, are these accommodating? Like, there have to be some people who simply cannot make their way down these hallways. Like, this can't work. They are hostile, yeah. That doesn't surprise me in the slightest. It's just so they can pass code, right? Rarely fit mechanical chairs. If the floor is fucked, then it's even more of a workout, right? Because they have tile, and then the tile gets pulled up, and then they don't bother. Yeah, the Furpok Hotel was a nightmare. The new one, I think, is a little better. This is a horror set. Look at this. Read the word. What is this? Hear the word, speak the word. The whole idea was to put on something nice in the background while I chat, but I just get so pulled into things like this. I say, oh, I'm just going to put on a nice TeaSMR video in the background, and we'll chat over it. We'll talk about it. And then I just get sucked in because I can only ever focus on one thing at a time, and it makes me a bad Zatsu streamer. I just end up wanting to talk about what I'm looking at. What it makes me think about. I get interested in peculiar things. That is a Jeebus cross. That's the appeal. Really. Yeah, Kezrek, I can only imagine that it's a Christian thing. I imagine it must be. I overanalyze. I remember in high school, I've told this story before. When I was in high school, I was in an English class, and I remember raising my hand and saying, aren't we overanalyzing things a little bit? And the teacher just laughed. He didn't really humor me at all. He just laughed. And everyone else in class laughed along with him. I'm not sure that they all disagreed with me so much. They just went along with him. He was a cool teacher. Was also an actor, interestingly, and directed one of the plays that our school did. But now, it's so interesting to see how I've gone from the child who asked if we're overanalyzing literature to the man who is always overanalyzing everything. You know what? Before we put on a new a new TeaSMR video, I want to make some tea myself. So hey everyone, now is the time to get up, stretch your legs, stretch your arms, get yourself a sippy. We'll be back in just a few minutes, okay? See you soon. Oop, we're not starting soon. We'll be right back. There, I fixed it. There we go. Hi. Mm. I've got my tea. I think maybe what I need to do is use the tea ceremony to remind myself to slow down, do things one at a time. I have a problem of trying to do a lot of things at once, and I wonder if it's a symptom of the kind of games that I like to play, which demand you have a lot of different irons in the fire at any one time, keeping track of so many different things all at once. Because I don't think that doing that in real life is always the fastest way to get things done. For example, I have a list of things that I need to do before stream starts. I have made the list and I do it to make sure that I get everything done that I need to. And doing things one at a time like that, in many ways, is faster than trying to do everything all at once. I need to exercise more discretion in that sense. Yeah, I get locked up. It's true. It's a good way of putting it. I do get locked up. I always have too much in my head all at once. It's true, I do skip on recovery time. It's maybe not healthy, and I'm trying to balance it. I think I'm going to try to do 4 streams a week rather than the 6 I have been, while I figure this out.
Go for a tea speedrun.
Kazrek, thank you for the 16 months. Yeah, must be coal, right? Indy, you're right. That's the next step. Sissy Hypno. That's what I need in my life. Douglas, or who is it? Scott Adams. I almost called him Douglas Adams. Scott Adams. The person who made Dilbert famously is terrified to watch Sissy Hypno ASMR because he's afraid that it'll work on him. He's so scared of it. What am I wearing? Oh, you mean in the tea? I mean, this isn't a video of me, right? Like, this is someone else's video that we're watching now. But when I was making tea, I'm just wearing a nice button-up, comfy jacket. Welcome in, Queen Anime. Oh no, Spicy Lad, it is 100% a self-report. The culty programmer guy might be one of them. I think there are a few people, but that danger, oh no, is perhaps part of the fun for them. They believe it. I have never seen a teapot like this. This is so peculiar. Has anyone else seen something like this? This is completely new to me. But no, I think I need to allow myself space. I don't tend to do things as much anymore that are properly relaxing for me. Everything I do is engaging in some way. And while I think that generally is good, right? I want to do things that engage me. Finding time to actually de-stress might be necessary. I always feel like I need to be engaged. I haven't done anything like going to a spa in a million years. Yeah, Kippy, you're right. Don't weaponize Iroh against me. The hot spring. Even just a quiet day in would be nice. I am not using a mall massage chair. That would stress me out. Using one of those chairs would stress me. So people were saying it's a samovar. Aquamonster, it feels like something that you would get in and then it would like grab you and eviscerate you. Is this dude doing alchemy? This dude's samovar seems well warm. Is the lid supposed to look like that? Yeah, right, diorama. I get so focused in on whatever it is that I'm doing. Look at that tiny little matcha whisk. Are you kidding me? It's a tiny tea set. This is a tea set for ants. This is like a Barbie tea set. Barbie tea ceremony. Catch you later, Queen Anime. Owlet sized. Fair point. It's a mini tea set. Or is he a giant? Looking at his fingers, he might be. His hands look huge. Looking at this reminds me, I want to play Total War Shogun 2 again. It is very cute, but also rather impractical. Tea ceremony Barbie. Wait a minute, that could be an entire Barbie. Yeah, this is a formal tea ceremony. I kind of do a miniature version of it. I don't do the whole ceremony when I make matcha. Perhaps I should study and learn it. Look at that tiny matcha whisk. What in the world? It's so itty bitty. Why are you so small? Why are you so small? Why are you so tiny? Why are you so little? Why is it so tiny? Think of the accessories. Oh my god, yeah. You could get some amazing accessories. It's like a couple of drops. This is absurd. I want to listen to this guy now. Oh my god. Even the bubbling sounds tiny. So tiny, what the hell? He can't balance it on the tatami because it's too small. It's too small. This is so impractical. It's so cute. Tiny miso soup. Yeah. With tiny seaweed. This is so absurd. I have never seen this. You got Star Sector, Kazumi. Ooh, good luck. Very good luck. Okay, hold on. Tea. Yeah, tiny food is a YouTube genre. I have seen it, but I've never seen tiny tea. I have never seen tiny tea. Wait. Pepper Mage, I have long wanted to learn how to do a proper Japanese matcha tea ceremony. He has to hold his sleeve up. This is so cute. Nope. Just a couple of little drops of water. It's so funny. How is this real? Okay, yeah, Jordan Joel, you're right for that ceremony. At least the tea making.
Fred mentioning alchemy reminded me of this real headache recipe for making gold. Buckle in. Mate chickens in a stone oven. When the eggs are laying, replace the broody hen with a bunch of toads to incubate them. The chicks would then hatch into basilisks. Bake the basilisks into ash in the oven. Mix
in vinegar and the blood of a red-haired man. The resulting solution will turn copper into gold. That is so specific. I could never imagine. What? How does someone come up with this? Oh, thank you. Thank you for my little sippy of matcha. Ergot poisoning. Okay, fair. Why do alchemy recipes just sound like bullshit video game rumors about how to find the Triforce in Ocarina of Time? Oh, I may have turned Xander on to Star Sector, by the way. I was showing him last
The
night.
world before the scientific method was fucking wild.
Yeah, right? Hey, community vetters, I have a question. If we did a looking at pictures of baby paintings of baby Jesus, and we took community submissions, will you be willing to vet them? I could vet them myself, honestly. We don't need community vetters for that. We could just get people giving submissions. You could do that live. That'd be nice. It would make it easier for me, just to make sure that they're not like wasting our time on stream by submitting random shit. Mink. This is so funny. Was. Just really went at it. An entire tea ceremony. But tiny. It is very cute. So it does remove the extra matcha from the whisk. I notice it does stick onto the bottom. Indeed, wasn't that not quite correct? Oh, one moment. There's noise outside.
Hey Nutty Buddy.
Thanks for the 11 months, Helix. Thank you very much. Good to see you around. No, I think... What if I picked up 9 souls for next stream and we started playing it? 9 souls or Cobalt Core? I already have Cobalt Core. Maybe we start Cobalt Core and we do that on Thursdays. Play cute games on Thursday. I think that sounds nice. The game looks really good. I saw that Giga was enjoying it the other day. I need to hit up Giga. Also, I need to bother Limes again to play Helldivers. So we can play the harder difficulty. Oh god. Seems like a nightmare. You found something. Yeah, Starry? Fuck off, Starry. Workaholic rabbit. Shut up. That's legit, Helix. Outer Wilds isn't for everyone.
Dumpy.
Thanks for the 5 months, Kangstar. New tournament when? I was hoping that the release of the Illuminate would come sooner, but I think it's time to make to make the Helldivers tournament happen. A Souls game. I feel like everyone might be Souls gamed out. I wouldn't mind playing it, but I think that people are kind of sick of seeing Souls likes on stream. What is this? Parts distribution center. Oh. Funny. 9 Souls. I mean, I would play 9 Souls, though. I feel like 9 Souls is a Metroidvania, though. Are Metroidvanias also kind of played out on stream? Like, what do people want to see? That's the hardest thing, is I also want it to be something that people want to watch. All the background details. Kippy, that's fair. Liza P was a better DLC for Elden Ring. I see. Notice of Asbestos Project. Asbestos. Oh, welcome. Welcome back, anime fangirl. You. See, here's the thing. If I'm going to play a game, I want to hyperfixate on it. Like, I'm going to go in hard. I'm going to overanalyze everything. People would like to see a game I could sink my twink fang into. I see. I see. I've not played Animal Well. I've heard that it's very good, though. Everyone was shitting on Donkey for going into game production, and then it went really well. Like, that was Donkey's studio, right? I'm not just hallucinating. Yeah, well, yeah, it was okay. Good. What's up, bro? We still are going to play Barotrauma. I just need to put it together and to make a submarine. See me get excited over villain monologues. Okay, look. I just love them. Speaking of villain monologues, I'm going to be joining Meowpenheimer in a couple of weeks to teach him Star Sector. Yes, Helix Snake. I felt like watching the Dead Mall series. I felt like looking at dead malls. That's the kind of day it is today. Tuesdays are always quiet days here. We've been playing Dwarf Fortress on Tuesdays lately, but I felt like just vibing with all of you. Oh, why wouldn't you want to walk inside of here? Oh, look at that. You even get to see all of the water pooling. Kuma King, I think that... You know what? I think I just realized one of the things that truly speaks to me about dead malls. Dead malls are a fascinating example of entropy in a place where you wouldn't expect expect it to exist. Because when you are inside a mall, a well-maintained mall, it feels like it could exist forever. Right? You are sheltered. It is a place of shelter. For a lot of people in hotter climates, it is a reprieve from the heat But in reality, they are, like most American buildings, shoddily put together. And so they will begin to leak almost immediately. They will fall apart the moment that someone stops obsessively tending to them. And so in that way, we get to watch the rot of something that, by all appearances, should be long-lived. A building, right? A building. Buildings are meant to stand, and they hold, right? They are shelter. They're supposed to be safe places. And then you see like something that is sturdy, and then you see a dead mall, something that has been left alone for any short period of time, and the illusion is shattered. So in that way, you have a space that is intended to be and appear as a lot of things, but an abandoned mall demolishes that veneer. Like, look at this. It's just been left a little while, and all of the ceiling tiles, all of the drop ceiling tiles are falling in. I am fascinated. A dead mall feels uncanny because it is clearly designed to have many people in it. But there are none. It is meant to stand for a long... It looks like it. It presents itself as something that could stand for a long time, but it does not. Every intention is revealed as artifice. Maybe that's what it is. It's fascinating. What else? What other lies does a mall tell? Because a mall only exists because of a collective illusion that this is the place we are supposed to be if we want to get things. It pulls people in. It says, okay, this is not a natural place. A mall is not a natural place. Everyone says, all right, we are going to put all of our stores here, and that artificially creates the demand for its existence. An illusion of community, yes. An abandoned mall, a working mall, creates the illusion of community. And then an abandoned mall reveals that illusion. Oh. Queen, I am glad that... I'm glad I can be unique. There are a few owls around, but not many. This isn't overanalyzing. This is me trying to understand what it is about dead malls that gets under my skin in such a way. It creates a... I know you're teasing. But I'm just trying to understand what it is. It creates an illusion of community, and then the dead mall reveals that illusion. It is meant to be full of people, and when the illusion breaks, the people leave, and the thing for which the space is designed, it no longer serves its purpose. A wide-open natural space, or even a closed-in natural space, makes no pretension to accommodate you. We find use for it. A mall is a place that is designed to be used in a particular way, and when it is not being used in that way, it becomes uncanny. The humor of someone smacking something with a wrench comes from the understanding of what a wrench is for and using it for a different purpose. That's one of the reasons it's such a classic, humorous, bit of slapstick. But when a space that is designed for something no longer serves that purpose, then of course it's going to seem uncanny. Look how quickly all the drop ceiling tiles fell in. Like, this is designed. What? Okay, what else? What else makes dead malls so uncanny? The asymmetry of its purpose and that purpose going unfulfilled. The illusion of creating community. And that illusion being revealed. And that feeling of a space that is meant to be safe, that is no longer safe. That artifice is pulled away. Welcome in, wet juicy poopy. Are you from Mike, or is that just your natural state? Yep, there we go. The fecal army has arrived. I guess you don't want to spend too much on a mall, right? Because you don't know how long it's going to survive or if it will survive. And if it does survive, then you can use the funds that it earns to maintain it. This is also true with asphalt, isn't it? Asphalt, okay, a lot of people might know this, but the Autobahn in Germany is made of concrete slabs rather than asphalt. The reason behind it being, even though it is less efficient for cars to drive on it, I mean, cars are already very inefficient in general. So much momentum is lost on the tires, right? Tires are a very inefficient thing. Even though it increases slightly the amount of gas that a car uses, it doesn't have to be replaced as often. So it can see heavy use and be replaced less, whereas America tends to use asphalt. Look at this, though. European cities are very fascinating things to me because they are so organic. In Europe, when a city, and some New England cities are this way as well, when a city needed to grow in Europe, when they needed a new building or a new service, they would simply build it nearby, and then you could get to it quickly. In that way, the city would kind of grow out organically, kind of like roots on a tree. And a certain level of efficiency, perhaps not perfect efficiency, but a certain level of efficiency would naturally be found through this kind of construction. It's why European cities are so winding and so difficult to navigate in a modern day context, because they weren't designed to be navigated by car or even by rail. But American cities, relatively, are quite new, and many of them have wide roads to accommodate cars, especially on the West Coast. West Coast cities are particularly bad about this. And in European cities, they would wall them in to defend, but then the cities were still growing, the populations would still grow, so when they hit the walls, they would simply build up. And you can see the pre-planned nature of malls. Malls are very similar. You have storefronts that are farther in, pre-planned, but in order to, and those theoretically are more efficient. But you have hallways, roads that serve no purpose except to get to that centralized location. There's no purpose here. There is nothing along here, no storefronts. Nothing. This is just an artery. And there's something unnatural about it, right? Like, this came planned. This is in service to something else, and it feels wrong. It feels unnatural. That's not the way that multicellular bodies evolved. Multicellular bodies evolved over time to fill needs. That's not the way that cities have naturally evolved. It's not the way, like, train stations, airports, these places are very unnatural feeling because they came with this big plan. Parking lot. I just find it fascinating. Like, I am trying to understand what it is that I find so unsettling. And I wonder if that's part of it, is that uncanniness. See the train stations in small towns, really? Like, look at this. This was all built as it is, right? And it only works if it is at capacity. Mall walkers. But these places fall apart so quickly. No, Kezrek, I agree. I find that the themes in The Oldest View are very appealing to me. May I think that malls represent the American dream in a few different ways, but the way that I feel right now is the way in which they were built with maximum capacity in mind. And when they are not completely at capacity, they do not work. There is no incremental state to a mall. People do not build there because they decide that it's a good place. They create demand by shoving the businesses in there, and if everyone buys in, then it'll work. But only if everyone buys in. But that's just not the way that humans work. Humans are not a hive mind. A hive mind would be able to look at something like this and say, ah yes, we can be most efficient if we build completely here, we plan this out. I think that the same reason that malls are built in the same way that cities with no demand are built. I'm sure that you all have seen cities like this, right? North Korea famously has a city that they built and they said, all right, we'll just move everyone in there, and then no one moved in there. And it's just empty. Commie blocks. Yeah, commie blocks are kind of interesting, aren't they? They're kind of like a mall in that way. They said, okay, we're just going to shove you in here, but the reason that places are populated nowadays, the reason that old cities have just built out rather than new cities being developed is because those cities are naturally where people have gathered. And then when people realized that's where they were, then they built those out. Like, go where people already are rather than trying to shove people in. Dubai? Okay. Are commie blocks the opposite of that? Well, were they put in places where people already were to provide housing? Or were they put in new places? No, commie blocks are very efficiently planned, right? It's like, this isn't great housing, but it'll keep you warm. Like, it'll keep you alive. What is Kowloon Walled City? Kowloon Walled City is kind of an anomaly. It grew up more because of diplomatic situations than anything else. It was an ungoverned plot of land. What drew people there was the opposite of something like a mall. A mall is a perfectly governed place. It is even, it is steady. It is maintained in a particular way. You go to a mall and you generally know what you're going to get. There's a predictability to a mall. Oh my god. Ugh. But Kowloon was the opposite. Kowloon was ungoverned. And people went there because it was ungoverned. Now, the Triad moved in eventually, but it still was a place where you could go with generally fewer taxes. You could live there very cheaply. Maybe I should go back and make a Down the Rabbit Hole about Kowloon. It was still very cheap, though. Planned cities are uncanny. Planned spaces are often uncanny because they serve a specific purpose, and when they're not actively serving that purpose, then they are strange. But humans are not like that. Humans are not hive minds. Humans don't say, ah yes, this would be a good place for a nest, but even then, the closest thing I think we have to a hive mind realistically is probably, I want to say, like, what are they called? Mycology. What, fungal networks? Mycelium networks, thank you. But the next closest thing are ant colonies. Ant colonies. An individual ant can't really be said to be an individual. An ant can't really exist without the colony. Not really. It's a very peculiar thing in that like each individual ant is its own organism, but it works with all of the other ants very closely. One of the closest things to a hive mind that we have, controlled by pheromones. But humans aren't that way. Humans are very individual. And so humans with that self-interest will, like, they're the society, right? Human society is built up based on self-interest, but then also their sociological signals. And so cities, like colonies, grow up in that way. They grow out naturally. So when you see a refinery that is humming, that is working, then it makes sense. It's performing the purpose for which it was built, but when it's empty, it feels wrong. Nothing makes sense. And I think that malls are very similar to factories. Malls are the factories of commerce. I guess factories are the factories of commerce. But I guess the purchasing, right? Like malls are purchasing factories. And people go there because that's where the purchasing industry has centralized. But as that changed, is that Dark Side Phil? No, it's not. I thought this was Dark Side Phil for a moment. Cigar time. Rising pressure, how dare you. I hope that I am making any level of sense, though. It's pre-planned, it hasn't naturally grown out. It's theoretically efficient, but only as long as you can keep people going there. It's not like a factory where you can pay people to go there and they are compelled by their pay to do so. Malls have to attract people. But then again, factories, a dead factory, I feel like has a different vibe to this. Oh, that poor fox. That poor fox has brain fungus. Wow, me too, buddy. Oh, Contraperry, thanks for gifting a sub to Spicy Lab. The mall stores singing about why you should go to the mall. Yes, malls were constantly trying to advertise that you should go to the mall. Thank you all for being the recipients of my peculiar brand of angst. I've not seen 8 Crazy Nights, no. Ah. Are these discussions bad vibes? Because I don't know. If they're good vibes, then good. Are they neutral vibes? I just want to understand why it is I feel this way. Comfy neutral vibes. Okay. I've always wondered something. You see those gumball machines in dead malls there? Or I guess that's plastic. Hey, you can give us a couple quarters and get plastic. Welcome, India. Who restocks those? Who pays for those? Who's putting money in those? Do they even make money? There must be a guy. Yeah, invent a guy. Kids don't come here anymore. Yeah, Helix, I used to have quarters all the time. Now I have no quarters. I'm sure I have some in a box or a jar somewhere. Somewhere. Kumuri, yeah, I imagine so. My first thought, oh my god, an army sign-up spot in a dead mall. Never has there been a better metaphor for the army. Please do not water or pour anything into this plant. Those murals are interesting. Kind of, how do I put it? Kitschy? A little bit? You prefer the leggy. Is there Twitch staff in here? Can we remove that that partner tag, the verified tag, real quick? Can we just, like, take that away? You've lost verified privileges. Community activity mural. Yes. Oh, is Chrono here? Perfect. I guess not staff anymore, right? You haven't streamed in 2 years and you still have it. Based. I remember seeing a stand-up of a cardboard cutout of Taylor Swift that was like, come into our store. Like, I don't think that Taylor Swift approved of this. This is, I don't know where this is. The Middletown Mall. Fairmont Lions Club. Taylor Swift personally flew out to wherever it is, said it's okay in person, then flew back. I would believe that. Yeah, Taylor Swift flew her private jet down to this mall just to be like, yeah, this is chill. Then ran off. Oh, welcome in, Clit Believer. Good name. A solid name. Mama Believer named you well. I'd like someone to put it like a big cardboard cutout of Freddy Fazbear in there. Starry, that is maddening. That is actually maddening. Oh, back there. That's how you get out of the mall. Oh no, it's caved in. I agree, Plico. It's... walking down this hallway feels like walking down the throat of a dead whale. Feels like being inside of one, inert, decaying. Meat produce. Look upon my deals, ye mighty, and despair. It actually would be the mighty. Though I think grammatically, wouldn't it have to be thou mighty? Thou art, thou mighty. I don't know. Cherry! My cardboard cutout survived. I was showing that to chat. I have put in a request in the ASTRALINE work Discord for a for an asset for this plastic bag. It needs the fragile tag as well. Oh no, Starry, you made art based on it? Let's take a look. Yeah, Helix, I know. I've mentioned that on stream before. So, Ye Old Tavern is The Old Tavern. Let's take a look at art. Because out of pure self-interest, I think I'm going to keep this stream relatively simple and short. Cat! Cat! Oh my god. Kitsune has cat. Look. Cat, watch stream. Baby. And let me see if I can get this one to play nice. Aw, no scab. Got cut by a critter. Aw, baby. For some reason the big one isn't loading, so we get small one. Look it. Cat stream enjoyer. It's a replacement for Thorn, I see. Yeah. But look at cat watching stream. Based cat? Love it. Please give your cat a pet. Likes to watch Fred with me and get kisses. Good. Always kiss cat. Very important. Oh my goodness. A quality sketch page today. Viagra mulch. Welcome in, Sheepbester. We're actually just looking at art to close up the day. Oh. Oh no, Mochi has gotten firm. No, do not give Mochi the firm mulch. Also, how dare you do this to me? Silence. Hey, don't... y'all are work. Y'all are problems. Worms! Yeah, if you all were worms, I would still love you. I would still love you, chat. The worms! The worms! Oh, there's me in the plastic fragile bag. Look, I am just a fragile little guy. It's the dude doing the tiny tea ceremony with giant hands. There are the lyrics, thank you. Heartaches, heartaches. My love for you brought only heartaches. Your kiss was such a sacred thing to me. I can't believe it's just a burning memory. Really good job on the look, I agree. No, Starry, as always, killing it. Right. Thank you, Starry. This has been a comfy day today. Thank you, everyone. This has been nice today. Just kind of relaxing a bit. But I am going to get going. I actually have been invited to something in Foxhole today. And there are a few things that I want to get done before it starts. So everyone, thank you very much. Please look out for yourselves today since I can't be there. Please hydrate yourselves. Please give yourselves the space you need. And I'll find you someone in whose hands I will entrust you. Let's see. Ooh, wait. What is Ren playing? Ren's playing X4 Foundations. Huh. And the strategy game. Ren plays strategy games. So we're gonna raid into Ren. I think that sounds nice today. Everyone, I will see you Thursday. That's the plan. I will have the schedule up soon. Promise. Goodbye. And thank you, everyone. Everyone who is new here and came in. Usually we have a topic, but today was an exception. Well, we're going to do Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. That is the plan. I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.